Welcome to Story Sprouts, where imagination and magic grow every day. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's magical story. Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village surrounded by lush forests and gentle streams, there lived a humble farmer named Elyaas. He was a man of simple means, with a small plot of land where he grew his crops and tended to his animals. His life was far from luxurious, but it was content. Every day, Elyaas woke up before dawn, worked tirelessly in his fields, and returned home at nightfall, his hands rough and calloused from hard labor. Yet, despite his modest lifestyle, he was known throughout the village for his kind heart and generosity. Whenever a neighbor was in need, Elyaas would lend a hand, no matter how little he had. He believed that kindness was the true wealth in life. One afternoon, as Elyaas worked in his field, a strange glimmer caught his eye. It wasn't the usual sunlight reflecting off the dewdrops on the plants. This was different. Something bright, something almost magical. Elyaas dropped his hoe and walked toward the spot where the light seemed to be coming from. There, half buried in the earth, was an object that gleamed like gold. His heart skipped a beat as he knelt down and carefully dug around it. After a moment of effort, he pulled out a small, golden egg. As he held it in his hands, it felt warm, almost alive, as if it held some deep secret within. Elyaas stood still, staring at the egg in awe. "What is this?" he whispered to himself, unsure whether he had found a treasure or a curse. As he held the egg, a voice behind him startled him. He turned to see an old woman, her silver hair tied back in a simple knot, standing at the edge of the field. She was known as Mother Agnes, the wise elder of the village who had lived through many seasons and seen the rise and fall of many fortunes. Her sharp eyes were fixed on the golden egg in Elyaas's hand. "Ah, you found it," she said, her voice soft but knowing. Elyaas blinked in surprise. "What is this? I've never seen anything like it." Mother Agnes stepped closer, her gaze never leaving the egg. "That, my dear boy, is a magical golden egg," she explained. "It is a gift from the universe, but it comes with a choice. You see, this egg has the power to grant you anything you desire: wealth, power, fame. It can change your life forever, but there is a price, a choice you must make." Elyaas frowned, unsure of what to believe. A choice? What kind of choice? Mother Agnes's eyes softened with wisdom. "The egg can give you everything you've ever wanted, but it will also take something from you in return. It might take your happiness, your peace, or your soul. You must decide what you truly want, for once the choice is made, there is no turning back." Elyaas thought about her words. His life, though simple, was filled with work and worry. He had always dreamed of a life without the constant struggle. For food and shelter, a life where he could rest and enjoy the fruits of his labor. Could this egg truly provide that? Could he ask for a life of luxury and ease, free from the hardships he had known for so long? "Do not rush your decision," Mother Agnes warned, sensing his inner conflict. "Take your time, for this is a rare gift, and its consequences are not to be taken lightly." With those words, she turned and walked away, leaving Elyaas alone with the golden egg. He stared at it for a long time, its warm glow reflecting in his eyes. It beckoned to him, whispering promises of a life beyond his wildest dreams. He could almost hear it calling to him. "Take it. Wish for everything you desire. You deserve it." But then, doubt crept into his heart. Was it worth the risk? Would the price be too high? What if he lost everything that mattered? Elyaas had always been content with his simple life. He had enough to eat, a roof over his head, and the love of his neighbors. Was that not enough? Did he truly need more? That night, Elyaas lay awake in bed, staring at the ceiling. He thought about the possibilities: a grand house, fine clothes, servants to tend to his every need. No more endless hours spent in the fields. But as the night wore on, he realized that he wasn't truly unhappy. His life, though modest, was filled with meaning. He had purpose. He had the love and respect of the people around him. He didn't need gold or riches. He needed peace. The next morning, Elyaas awoke early and went back to the field, where he had found the golden egg. He held it in his hands once again, but this time he felt a sense of calm wash over him. He made his decision. He would not wish for wealth or power. He would keep the egg, but he would not let it change who he was. With great care, Elyaas placed the egg back in the soil, covering it up gently. He didn't want to destroy it, but he didn't want it to tempt him any longer. He left the field, knowing that he had made the right choice. In the weeks that followed, something extraordinary happened. Elyaas's farm flourished like never before. His crops grew faster and stronger, his animals thrived, and his small cottage seemed to shine with an inner warmth. Word spread quickly throughout the village about Elyaas's good fortune, and people came from far and wide to seek his help. He shared what he had with them, offering food, shelter, and kindness to anyone in need. Though Elyaas had never asked for riches, the universe had rewarded him for his generosity and humility. As the years passed, Elyaas grew older, but he never sought more than what he had. His life, filled with hard work, kindness, and contentment, was richer than any treasure. He became a pillar of his community, beloved by all who knew him. And when he passed away, peacefully in his sleep, the villagers remembered him not for the golden egg, but for the lessons he had taught them. Elyaas's children, who had inherited his land, continued to live in the same humble, generous spirit. And the golden egg. It was passed down from generation to generation, not as a symbol of wealth, but as a reminder of the true riches in life: love, kindness, and the peace that comes with living a life of contentment. And so, the story of the golden egg lived on, not as a tale of magical riches, but as a lesson in the value of simplicity, generosity, and the power of choice. It was a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are those we already have. Thanks for watching Story Sprouts. We hope you had fun and felt the magic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can join us for more amazing stories and adventures. See you next time, little adventurers!